Hi guys, I am back and I am here finally with my CBD vendor review. I'd like to introduce you to my Bible. This has been my friend for the last, I don't know what, six weeks. And the reason why I took my time and why this review has taken so long is because I am not joking when I tell you that I poured my heart and my soul into this review. I did not leave anything out. Each page is completely filled from top to bottom about how I felt it performed, how each item I got from each vendor performed, as well as a pain scale, which I will get into, as well as some information from each vendor. So this is why it has taken this long. It is a very detailed review. So sit back, relax. I will have, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to talk about a vendor, and then I'm going to pause the video, maybe add a little space in between so you know if you want to skip to another vendor, or if you're just watching the whole thing, you want to take a break, you'll know where you're from. I just figured out how to do that on YouTube. So what I'll do also is that when I'm talking about a vendor, I will try to link right up here the index card for the vendor I'm talking about for the review. For the unboxing that I did for that vendor. So my first vendor that I started with, we go to tab number 1, which was Cosmic Cleanse. I will get into, now what I do have on this side, which, sorry for my chicken scratch handwriting, I do have horrible handwriting, but I do have a list of all the compounds of the cannabis plant, and this is very important to know this information, because there are some compounds of the cannabis plant that serves different, has different benefits, and sometimes when added together, they work together to increase something, or like anti-inflammatory and stuff like that. So I will go through each one with you guys so I can better explain what's in each item and which each compound is. Like I said, I've done my homework. In the back, you can see this is where I did all my extra sloppy notes. And then I rewrote it because I wanted to add to it. Oops, I just dropped something. Okay. So, starting with Cosmic Cleanse. She was my first CBD vendor that I ordered from. And I actually have a lot of products from her. So, I'm sorry, you know what? Let me just fix my hair. We're going to start. I have some bottles here and some items I don't have, just to give you kind of like a visual as we're going through it. These are definitely not all the butters that I have. I have tried 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different kind of scents from Cosmic Cleanse. So some of them, as you can see, are pretty empty. I like saving her empty bottles because I like to share. So when, like, my mother-in-law came over, I gave her some of the ashes in one of the empty butter things that I had washed out and cleaned out. So I've had a lot of her butters, and her scents are scents that are already pre-chosen. She has a couple of ones during each pre-order. So it's not like you can choose your scent, but you can choose from a couple of different ones that she offers for that pre-sale. I loved her lotions for the consistency. They were never greasy. They were very absorbent. I felt as for pain relief, her butters were near the top of my list, which would be, I'm so sorry. So you guys know, for my reviews, I'm going to rate on a pain scale only. This is not about the entire product, but only as a pain scale. It's going to go from a 1 to a 10, which 1 is where, I'm going to go from a 0 to a 10, where 0 or 1 is no kind of pain relief at all, to a 10 where I felt either immediate relief to instant relief. Instant, immediate, same word. Stupid me. I'm so sorry. Or you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's 10 as far as being the best kind of. So if I was going to rate the Cosmic Cleanse butters, I'm going to put them at a 6 and a 7. Because it does take quite a few minutes to kick in. They're not an instant kind of pain relief. But the greatest thing about our butters is that once it absorbs into your skin, which is pretty quick, you can always put on another layer. And I felt that when I did put on the second layer, I did feel a better sense of relief. Now, I do know that she did a while ago offer regular strength and extra strength, but because of high demand for extra strength, she just does, as far as I'm understanding, all her products are extra strength anyway. So I had a couple of favorites. This one being kind of like one of my top favorites, except for Suicide Squad Goals. That is my absolute favorite. 100% favorite. But the one that I got for the last pre-order, which was Poolside Enjoyment, I'm kind of like hoarding because like I only use a little bit. I actually use this to put on before I moisturize, before I put my makeup on. This is the one I use because I figured if I use this one to put my makeup on, I'll have it for a long time. Because I go through these small bottles like it's nobody's joke. My favorite one being, I did write that down. My favorite ones being Suicide Squad Goals, Fizzy Fairies, California Love, Queen Sea Queens, Hooch's Palace, and Poolside Enjoyment. They were my top favorite scents from her. They were creamy. There was no greasy feeling at all. So definitely, as far as ordering anything from Cosmic Cleanse, I would highly, highly, highly recommend any kind of butters. So that's one thing I got. Now, when we're talking about pain relief, I would say out of all my products that I have tried from her, this would have been the best one. And I put down 8/9 for pain relief with the headache begons. The thing is, I didn't put it down because of the headaches. Unfortunately, I am a person that suffers from migraines, and not a lot of things have helped my headaches. I did try to use it when I had a migraine, and it didn't really work. But this stuff worked when I had severe joint pain. Especially my husband. My husband swears by this one. He had a swollen ankle, and I put globs of this on, wrapped his foot up, and within, I think, 3 hours, I mean, this guy was limping. I felt so bad for him. And I think within 3 hours, he took the ace bandage off and was walking around the house. He was even amazed on how great this stuff was working. So, it's a kind of like a salve, so I'm not going to show you the other one. The other one looks horrible. It's a amazing scent. It's I think it's like eucalyptus and I'm so sorry, I forgot, but it was like eucalyptus and stuff. But this stuff is kind of like my favorite go-to for pain relief. Now the only drawback with this is that, like, say you have pain relief on your hands, like arthritis, just remember that this is a salve, so it will leave your skin greasy. So I recommend that if you're going to use this for pain relief only, if you could do it on an area that you can wrap up, that's what I would use it for. And this is all my personal opinion. This entire review is going to be based on my opinion and the opinion of my husband only. Everybody has their own kind of feelings, their own kind of experience with this stuff. So this is just my opinion. But I did find that wrapping the extremity after applying the stuff definitely helped the best. This was my number one pain relief. Now, I did get the Night and Day Balm Rub, which was the lavender for nighttime and the Rise and Shine Temple Balm. I'm going to be completely 100% honest. There was, for me, no pain relief at all from these. They smell good, but I did not use them as much. It was something that, I put some at night on my temple. It didn't really relax me as much as I thought it would. I did have to give this one a 0 to a 1 for pain relief because I did not feel any kind of pain relief. And it was a very greasy kind of feeling. So this wasn't my favorite product. This was just my product that I wasn't a big fan of. But I am glad I ordered it and gave it a shot and gave it a try. Next on the list is the loofah poof that was infused. I loved it. I loved it. It was this poof that had this dried body wash on top of it, and when it got wet it soaked up. And the first time I used it was when I brought it with me to Hawaii. It was easy to travel with, and I just hung it in the shower. It dried with no issues. And when I was ready to take a shower, I ran it under the water, rubbed it a little bit, and the soap just came foaming out. It was the best loofah soap I've ever used. The scent I got was it was Suicide Goals. And I wrote here, and I'm obsessed with it. I want to mention that there was one time that I did scratch myself. And I think it's because when I did hang it, it must have leaned against the wall, so the soap part kind of curled up. So, and I wasn't paying attention, and when I went to rub my arm, it did scratch my arm, but not where it drew blood or anything. I did feel very nice after my shower. I felt very moisturized. I felt very I wouldn't say as far as pain really, which was the greatest part of it. I gave it a 5 for pain relief because it did help a little bit with my back. But my favorite part was how I felt after the shower. There was no dryness on my skin. It was really, really easy to use. I loved it. And actually, after the soap is finished, I still use it as my CBD loofah sponge. So now I have my special sponge that I use for all my CBD products that are for the shower. I have it put away, so that's my loofah. So I got a loofah after even all the soap was gone. So that was one of the good things that I have as well. So like I said, I did give it a kind of a 5, and I would say that it's I do have a very, very big back injury. This is not a light or minor pain kind of thing. So when it comes to me and pain relief, it has to be pretty strong to help me. So I really don't want nobody basing my numbers kind of on how it is, because just remember that my 5 may be your 7 or your 8, because your pain may not be as bad as mine. I have a lot of issues. That's for another time, maybe another video. But it is pretty bad. So the loofah poof, if that ever comes out again, girl, I'm gonna be buying a whole bunch of them. I'm not even playing. I love those loofah sponges. So the gem soap, I got this as a sample. I used it a few times, and I did want to save a little bit left. It was much bigger than this. This is scented in suicide goals. It has to be suicide goals. Because this scent's really good. So, I like this. What did I write here? It was a nice lather. It smelled amazing. But overall, it's absolutely gorgeous to look at. I mean, it really is. It's one of those fun soaps. It was... Oh, the only thing I did... See, and this is why I like that I wrote my notes. Is because I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. I wanted to make sure that I wrote down my true and honest review for all you guys. So this soap, however, did leave a light, dry feeling on my skin. I do live in New York, so New York does have fluoride in their water, which tends to sometimes leave your skin a little rough. It's very hard water. So I need soap that is extra moisturizing. With the loofah sponge, I did not feel any dryness. However, with the gem soap, I did feel just a light feeling afterwards where, I mean, I had her butters to put on after my shower anyway, but if you don't have time to sit there and lather your whole body up, it could be something that you may not want to use because it will leave you with that dry feeling. Well, it left me with a dry feeling. I can't express that enough. I want to say that for each vendor. This is my own personal experience and review, as well as my husband and the information that I've received from my mother-in-law. Okay, Puma Stones. I left one upstairs. Silly me. So the stones, which I'm gonna link it up there so you can see when I opened it, was the Puma Stones had like this purple layer on top and more of the stone, that stone rock feeling, and it was the best Puma Stone. Pumice. It's probably pumice. I know I'm going to say it wrong. Sorry. Maybe it's pumice. Pumice. Whatever. It was the best one I ever used from any company. It took it like not even that many times for me to scrub on the heel of my foot. And when I got out the shower, all the dry skin was off, all that dry feeling, and just the skin felt very, very nice. The only thing is that I did notice that it doesn't really hold together too well. It did kind of like break up a little bit in my hand while I was scrubbing. So it's not as hard as regular pumice stones. But even if you kind of like not even think of that for a minute, like everything else about it is amazing. It was lavender scent, the one that I got, and it was really, really cute. And I said, best stone I ever used. Smooth feet. And felt amazing with tap oil cream top, which I'm talking about the purple top. And like I said, the only negative comment I would have is that all three fell apart very quickly. I got about 3 uses out of each. Okay. One stone I got 4 uses out of. But the stone part, I'm not talking about the lavender part on top. The stone part for me didn't hold that well together. But I still got to use it 4 times, so it's really not something to like really hang up on or say that was a bad thing. Okay, I gave that an 8 because the reason why I gave that an 8 is because my husband has very tough feet from working construction for over 20 years. He's got very achy feet, and he used it one time and got out the shower, and all he could do is rave about it. Now, when my husband raves about something, it's really something good. So definitely the Purple Stones is something that I would order again, and I absolutely loved. Okay, now we're down to the Unicorn Ashes. Now I use these two ways. I used one for the shower, one for the bath, and one as a foot in the foot massager. Which this was the one I used for the foot massager, and this was the one I used in the bath. I know I kind of put a little extra in there because I had a really bad day, so I put a lot in there. Which so next time I might order a bigger one. But this one I used in the foot bath. And if I go to my notes, nice storage bottle. I do want to mention that. I do like the bottles. The bottles were very easy that either you can sprinkle or take a spoon and it's just scoop it out. So that was a good plus. I thought that it would fizz a lot, but it didn't. It was like a very light fizz. But then again, it wasn't like a bath bomb I threw in. I just sprinkled, so it was like a light little fizz on top. The Suicide Goals, which is my favorite, and Hooch's Palace actually came in very close to being my favorite too. It felt my skin felt amazing after the bath. I had zero dryness, and I soaked for about an hour, and about 90% of my pain was gone. That's right, because I told you I used a lot, but that day I had a very, very long day. My feet were hurting, my knees were hurting, my back was hurting, like everything was hurting, and I soaked for an hour, and 90% of my pain was gone. And when you live your life in pain for so long, I mean, something like that, it's really worth mentioning. I soaked for 1 hour, 90% was gone. Soaked on a very bad day and was almost in tears. Amazing pain relief. I gave this one a 9. And I'm reading you guys my actual notes and thoughts, how I felt. Most of these little papers that you see in the back, what I was doing was as soon as I would get out the bath, I would write exactly how I felt right then and there. And then I rewrote it. And when I rewrote everything, is if something else came to mind while I was writing it. So that's why, I have some sorted papers everywhere. And I also wanted it to look as organized as possible. So I definitely recommend Cosmic Cleanse's Unicorn Ashes. These dramatically helped me. These were the start of me becoming a bath person. So, thank you, Heidi. Okay, so we are on... Okay. Now, I did get some of the sugar scrubs and stuff. But the original sugar scrub, I do not have it. And I was not a big fan of it. The exfoliating for me was too harsh. And the reason why it was harsh for me is because I have nerve damage in both arms and both legs. So for me, it depending on the day, sometimes my nerves, I don't feel anything, or sometimes it backfires and I feel, if somebody was to do this, I feel like somebody's stabbing me, and that's all nerve pain. So the day that I used the original sugar scrub, it was not a good day, and I'll read you what I wrote. I wasn't a big fan of it. It was too harsh, exfoliating on my nerve pain. I gave the rest to Jenny to try. My skin did feel nice and smooth, but it caused too much pain for me to use. So that's why I really didn't. I'm not going to really give you guys a number on it because it's not fair, because I only tried it once and it was too harsh for me. So I'm not going to really give you guys a number for that. We are on the Woods. The whipped soap scrub. And this one I like because it was a subtle exfoliant. It had a very, very, very nice lather. The scent was Suicide Squad Goals, my favorite. And I did not have to use a lot of this to get a nice lather. All I used was I used the back of a spoon. And I think I may have used this 3 times. And that's how much I still have. Like, I just scooped out with the back of the spoon. I scooped it out and I put it on the poof that I had the other soap on, which is all gone now. But I scooped it and I put it on the poof, and just a little amount went a long way. So I'm very excited to still have so much of this, because you do not need a lot of this. Oh, that scent is really, really great. So it gave me a nice lather. I used with Loofah Poof. I did get a slight, very slight, dry feeling afterwards, but it wasn't like, oh my god, my skin is so dry, I need to put lotion. It wasn't like that at all. This one. This was the Whipped Sugar Scrub in Hooge's Palace. This had a great lather. My skin felt great even after drying off. It was my favorite scrub from Cosmic Cleanse. And yes, this one was my favorite one. It lathered great like the other one, but it did not absolutely at all leave any dry feeling. The scent, oh man, Hooge's Palace is a really great scent too. But I really did not need a lot to get a great lather, and it felt amazing on the skin. Like, I felt hydrated. Now, my husband had this, which is the same thing. The Whipped Sugar Scrub. And as you can see, he used the crap out of this. He loved this. Now, I did not use this. I am going to read you my husband's notes. He loved the lather, but he loved when he used it to shave. He said it left his face baby smooth after shaving. Also, the next day, no shave bumps or acne, which is kind of huge. Because, like, anytime somebody shaves, especially, like, when he shaves, he'll get, like, the little razor bumps right here. And he said when he shaved with this, he had absolutely no razor burns, no bumps, no acne. So, I mean, that's kind of pretty cool. And I think that has to do with the CBD. I mean, that's my personal opinion. He said that this was his favorite soap out of all the soaps that I had from Cosmic Cleanse. He gave it a 6 to a 7 for pain relief. But this was his favorite. This was my husband's favorite. As you can see, he used a lot of it. And he also said there was, like, no razor bumps under him.
Yeah.
His manly, yeah. You like this one, right, Pep?
The blue one, yeah.
The blue one, yeah. Okay, so this one was the Whipped Soap Party with Heidi. Now, this was the one that you can use as a whipped soap and a shampoo. I'm just going to say this now because this is in regards to all the CBD vendors. I have a very love-hate relationship with CBD as far as shampoos and conditioners. The scent was great. The lather was fantastic. That's not the issue. It did help with my hair falling out. I mean, when I use regular shampoo, my hair falls out so bad. I mean, I can have like a clump of hair like this. come out of my head. I don't have any bald spots. I don't know where it's coming from, but all the time my hair was coming out. When I started using the CBD, my hair dramatically, I would have to say at least 98% of my hair was not in my hand at the end of my shower. The only bad thing, and this came out with all my CBD vendors, was that my hair was extremely dry afterwards. I had to do deep conditioning treatments after using CBD for as first shampoo. So yes, it did save my hair from falling out, but my hair was so dry. I mean, I dyed my hair a lot. I haven't dyed it in a few months, but I also have very dry hair to begin with, so I need something that's always going to be moisturizing. But it's great on the skin. As I wrote here, this is the hair. Shampoo only gave me 10% hair loss. Extremely dry. The more I used it, the less hair came out. That's what I was saying. So the more I used it, the less hair came out. But the more I used it, the more my hair became more dry. I would, if you're going to use this, I would recommend a deep conditioner. But some people have also had no problems using CBD as a shampoo. Everybody's hair texture and just everybody's hair is different in general. My hair is not just flat. It's weird and curly, frizzy, dry. And I don't help it by dyeing it either. I'm 50-50 on this product. Because if you're going to use it as a body wash, this is where I do like it, because it gives a nice lather. This one was Party with Heidi. I mean, I used a lot of it. Party with Heidi is a very nice scent. So if you want to use this for the shower, as far as just washing your body, this stuff is great. Did not leave me dry. It felt amazing on my skin. Really quick. So just on some notes on Cosmic Cleanse, they don't have a custom scent list. You have to, when you do the pre-order, it's whatever she has available. So, like, for example, she'll have some like that are named Glitter Goddess, Poolside Enjoyment, but she'll have the description of what each scent is and how, like how it's supposed to smell. Description, obviously. And, but it's not like you can place an order and say, I'd like to have everything scented in this or everything scented in this. So her pre-orders are what she lists. Oh my god, can't talk. So it's whatever she puts up on the website, and which she's got a sale coming this Friday, guys. Might want to mark that down on your calendars. This Friday, Cosmic Cleanse is opening up for pre-order, and it's only going to be open for an hour. So guys, you got to be fast. She's in high demand, so those orders are gonna stack up pretty fast. So make sure you're fast on those fingers. But she doesn't have any scent options, but her scent blends are pretty awesome. I like a lot of her scent blends. I did feel like my first order of butters felt different than my second. The first one felt a little bit more thicker, whereas this one felt a little bit more thinner. But she makes all this stuff by hand, so I don't even really think that's really a thing. Maybe could have been the heat also as well. My favorite product would have been the Headache Be Gone Balm. It takes longer to fully absorb, but worth applying and wrapping for maximum relief. Her pre-order only, and orders are filled quickly. The turnaround time is about 7 to 8 weeks, but she updates on Facebook she's a one-woman show. She does all those pre-orders by herself. So it's pretty kick-ass of her to do so many orders all by herself. But she always keeps everybody updated. She lets you guys know when the ashes are done and when the butters are done. And it's not like she just leaves you guys in the dark. So that's definitely something to remember. Cosmic Cleanse is infused. And how that's infused is that the CBD is added to the coconut oil. And then the coconut oil is added to the products. So that's how the Cosmic Cleanse puts in their CBD in their products. So that's what I have for Cosmic Cleanse. Overall, I would order from her again. Heidi's super sweet and amazing. Certain items I don't think I would order again. But there's definitely favorites of mine that I will. So we're going to pause this right now. And my next vendor is going to be Viska Scents. So hang on, guys. We're coming up next. Okay, guys? Hey, guys. I'm back. I also just had to take a look at my camera for a minute. And I may not have enough memory to do all 4 in one video. So what I'm going to do is after I'm done with the second vendor, I'm going to have to end the video. And then I will link up here, as well as my unboxing for Viska Scents. I will link part 2 for the second video. So this will be, I'm sorry, but this is going to have to be a 2-part video. Like I said, guys, I did pour my heart and soul into it. And there was a lot of items that I wanted to review for you guys. And it's going to be very long. So stay tuned for a second part after this. So we are on Viska Scent. And before I mention anything with Viska, I do want to say that the items that I got from Viska were only regular strength. She does offer double strength. It's something that maybe I should have thought about. So I do want you guys to take that into consideration. It's very hard for me to kind of rate this one because it is it was regular strength, and she does offer extra strength. So please just keep that in mind, guys. I don't want you guys thinking that Viska didn't work for me. It was regular strength, where everything else that I have gotten was extra strength. So I do want to mention that. So we'll start with the body spray that I got. And I will say that this body spray was amazing. It is so strong. One spritz on this, and it's like it lasts so long, where it's just so strong. I got it's called the perfume watermelon lemonade. The watermelon was wonderfully balanced with the lemonade, so it's not like when you spray it, you just smell lemon. And I love the travel size. It was a very nice travel size. It's a perfume spritzer. It is infused with CBD, but I use this more as a perfume than kind of like a CBD mist. I really didn't feel any pain relief at all. But like I said, with this company, I don't want you guys to just get a bad idea from it. She's been super amazing. She was so sweet. And it's not that it didn't work. It's just it is regular strength. So, but this perfume spray is very, very strong. The coconut body butter. It is infused with hemp oil, and I believe it's also infused with shea butter that's infused. I did use a lot of this. I know it doesn't look like I did, but a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. The scent, coconut cream, to die for. It is really, really good. This was a very nice coconut scent. strong from the jar and immediate with the application. It was a medium lasting scent. It didn't last a long time. Yeah, I would say it didn't fade away quickly, but it wasn't there for a long time. It did feel like really good on the skin. It fast absorbed, no greasy feeling, and it did leave my skin very moisturized. I would say that this was good for my mild pain relief. I do remember using this for on a rainy day. I have very bad arthritis in my hands, and I did use it on my hands, and I didn't feel like, oh my god, it's all gone, but I did feel some pain relief. So it's not like it didn't work. It did work, but it was not double infused, so keep that in mind. Regular strength is 100 milligrams per ounces. And this is roughly about 4 ounces. So my next order is definitely going to be extra strength. But it did definitely work on my arthritis on my hands. So that's definitely a plus for me. The Bubble Bath Crumble. I just want to show you guys. Gone. All gone. The scent, Good Night Beautiful. It was so relaxing. Really, it was really relaxing. It felt like I was just smelling just soothing scent in the bathtub. It was in a large jar, just like a bath bomb, but it was like broken up in crumbles, which you'll see in the video that I link up above. So you'll see like what it looked like before it was empty. It was extremely relaxing. One of my favorite scents as a soak. And I soaked for about an hour. My skin did feel amazing, and it's infused with hemp oil, which we'll get into that, where hemp oil is different from other kinds of compounds from the cannabis plant. So we will get into that in a little bit. The order was not double infused, but after the soak, my skin felt amazing. I did feel a very light pain relief. It wasn't that strong for me. Like I said, it wasn't double strength, so I really don't want to knock this company down. I mean, she was so sweet and everything. I just think that I really, especially with my body and my pain, I need extra strength. And I didn't get it with this company, so I will do a little update at little maybe down the road. I can do a little update on something that I did get from them that's extra strength. Just to kind of show you guys that I do have faith in this, because, like I said, this helped my arthritis, and I had a little hard time getting up out of the bathtub after even using this, and I did soak for an hour. But again, I just want to keep saying that it was not double strength. So I don't really want you guys thinking, oh, Viska's not something that I want because it's not pain relief. I know it has helped a lot of people. And I know that she did offer, she mentioned that she offers double strength after I got my order. So that's just something I want you guys to keep in mind. Now we're down to my 2 final favorite items from Viska. The jelly soap. I loved this. First off, the container. I was able to use the soap and put it back in the container, close it, and have it really stored away where it does not get ruined or my kids touch it. So having it in the container is a huge plus for me. This was something, because I like to keep all my CBD products away from my kids, so they don't use it by accident. So having it in the jar like this, I was able to put it on top shelf and not keeping in the shower because it was wet. So that's definitely something I want you guys to keep in mind. This scent. I still smell such an amazing scent come out of this. Okay. So I do want to read you my notes from what I said. I love this item so much. It took a bit it took a bit of learning to figure out how to hold it while I was washing with it. It's jelly soap, it wiggles, so, and it's very slippery, so I had to kind of like teach myself how to get a good grip on it before I was able to use it. But after a few times of using it, I loved it. Felt amazing on the skin. I had absolutely zero dry feeling, which is a big plus for me when I got out of the shower. Great idea to include the special waterproof container. It doesn't get ruined and can be stored away easily. Was the first. This one was the first soap that I used that had a great lather, and I used this, not my husband, but I used this as a shaving soap, and I fell in love with it all over again. After shaving with this, I don't even use my shaving creams anymore. I use this. This was my favorite soap to use as a shaving cream. Well, not shaving cream, but like a shaving lubricant. Felt a little good. The fizzy fruit scent was, I loved the shape. I just loved how fun it was to use this product. It really was so much fun to use this. This was not double infused, but I will, when I order it next time, I will definitely order double strength. It was for a mild pain relief, but I did feel it more than the others, and I did give it a 5. So I would recommend to use this as a shaving soap as well as just a regular body soap. And I had no razor bumps. I had no kind of razor burn. Let's see, what else did I write? Okay, I was stunned that not only did the jelly soap lubricate so well and made made shaving a breeze, but afterwards there was no raw areas, no razor bumps, and no razor burns. So that was another reason why I fell in love with the cupcake soap. Was because of the shaving part. I really did love it. It's fun to use. It really is. So that's one of my favorite products from Viska. Now the topical salve. This would probably have been a close second favorite of mine because, including my husband, these are our favorite CBD infused products. This one was scented in lavender neroli, which was very delightful. The applicator. Guys, this is what I want to talk about, the applicator. This was phenomenal. This easy to use applicator, you can see I use it a lot. It is very easy to just open it, put it where you need it, cover it back up, and wait till the next time you need it. I mean, these applicators for me are the best. I mean, I like the ones that come in the tin, but for me, like somebody who wears like acrylic nails, you know, you're after you're putting something on, you're sitting there like digging it out of your nails. It's not that it's a pain in the butt, but sometimes it is because it gets stuck in your nails or it gets stuck in your ring. But I love how this product, it is so simple to use, and the applicator is amazing. I love it. She was talking about that maybe she was going to get some applicators that you twist at the bottom, but I have no problem pushing it up, pushing it down, no problem whatsoever. These, I did that. The applicators are my favorite part. It really does. Hold on one second. Sorry, I wanted to pick that up. The salve contains many oils mixed with beeswax, and you push it to the top. So the oil takes some time to truly absorb into the skin. So, but this applicator does not allow me to waste any of my 1 ounce salve, which I love. Less mess, less waste, great smell. Honestly, I would definitely 100% get this product again. 100%. Definitely an extra strength. But this product was the best pain relief, even though it was regular strength. I recommend applying a thick amount in a circular motion and then wrapping the area if you can. For me, when you wrap it, I don't know if it's the heat of wrapping and applying the CBD. For me, it makes it work faster and better for me. This also, I want to mention that it is also great for very dry, cracked feet. Like I said, my husband does construction, and it's very hard on his feet. He was able to just, unscrew the cap, pop it up, rub it on the heel of his ankle, and be done. I mean, these applicators really, for me, kind of like set the bar for me. Like, this is how I want my salves now, because it's so much easier, less mess, and honestly, this was the best thing that I got. It was the best pain relief. I gave it an 8, because even though it was regular strength, it was pretty darn good. This was the one that I also rubbed on my husband's ankle, and I wrapped it with the ace bandage. So that's why I was saying that's why I gave it an 8. This, even though it's regular strength, it's still something about these salves that, to me, I don't know if it's because of the way they are, the consistency, or what the ingredients are, but definitely one of my favorite products. I would like to mention that Viska uses infused hemp seeds oil to infuse her products. She is roughly about 100 milligrams per ounce of the hemp seed oil. All products, the products I got from Viska, my products were sent to review, and all were pre-chosen. I did not choose the scents. However, the vendor does offer custom scent choices. For example, if you want, say you want the bedtime, what do they call this one? Good Night Beautiful. If you wanted that in a butter, that's how you order it, and that's what you'll get. So this is one of the vendors where you can get a large jar and know that when you get it, you're going to like it because it smells amazing. It smells really good because it's your choice that you like. She does have custom orders, but remember, when you're ordering something custom, it may take longer than something that's already ready to ship, or something that's, already on her pre-sale. Again, she did send me these products to review. Not that I'm not giving her a bad review at all. Like I said, even with this being regular strength, I think was really amazing. And this jelly soap, I can't get enough of. I just didn't have great pain relief with... I'm not going to say I didn't have great pain relief, because arthritis sucks. It hurts. And this did help. So I really can't knock this. Even though she gave me the stuff to review, I know that if I did get in an extra strength, I would be in love again. She has many scents to choose from in her custom, in her list. Oh, she has a tingle line that I'm very excited to try, which that's going to be my next order. She has shampoo, conditioners, body butters, and body gels in this tingle line. And you don't pick the scent. The scent is, I forgot what it was, but she has a tingle line. And it's supposed to be like when you put it on, you feel tingles and everything. So I'm excited to try that. I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely will. See, I even wrote here, all items were sent before Viska offered extra strength. Please do not take this as a negative towards pain relief. My other orders were all extra strength, which is why I could notice the difference. I did notice the difference with something that's extra strength and something that's regular strength. I was able to tell the difference. But I still, as far as not even just, if we're not talking about pain relief and we're just talking about how it felt afterwards, like the jelly soap, it really surprised me, especially with being able to shave with it. I was shocked that I was able to use it to shave, And I was excited and so happy to have something that I can use while I'm shaving. And the other thing I was very excited for was something like this. You can never know when you like roll on your ankle or when you're having a bad elbow day. You could just look how easy that would be just to rub it on, wrap your elbow up. You don't have to wrap it up. I'm just suggesting it because every time I've done it, it helps faster. But you don't have to wrap it. You just sit it, rub it on your elbow or rub it wherever you're hurting. And even though it was regular strength, it did honestly help. My husband's swelling on his ankle went dramatically down after applying this and the ace bandage. Okay. So this video has already become 55 minutes long. So what we're going to do is we are going to continue with our next vendor in our part 2 series of my vendor review. I told you guys it was going to be a long video. I poured my heart and soul into it, and I did not waste any time, or I did not leave anything out. I want to speak about everything good and bad, or maybe not even bad, just okay. But there's still 2 more vendors coming up, so I'm going to end this one so you guys can go take a break. But I will be back right now with part 2 of my CBD vendor review. I hope you join me for the next one. I'll see you there, babies. Bye.